The three most precious treasures in old age. Do you have them? Life is a journey, a path we tread with an unknown destination. As we get older, we begin to understand that this journey isn't measured by how fast we get to the finish line or how many things we collect along the way. No, instead, it's about what we learn, the relationships we nurture, and the wisdom we gain. But perhaps the most significant lesson life teaches us is that our greatest treasures are not what we own, but what we carry within us, our health, our peace of mind, and the love of family. As we reflect on our later years, these treasures become clearer. They aren't tangible objects or fleeting achievements, but the very things that sustain us through life's challenges and joys. So, how many of these treasures do you hold on to? Before we explore these three precious treasures, let me ask you, how are you navigating your journey? Have you stopped to appreciate what truly matters? If you're contemplating this question, you're not alone. And if you find value in what you're about to hear, don't forget to give a thumbs up and comment, love. If it doesn't quite resonate, that's okay too. Please hit the thumbs up and comment, 7. Your feedback means a lot. 1. The most valuable asset, health. There's an old saying, health is wealth. But how many of us truly live by this? We hear it often, but in a world that constantly pushes us to do more, achieve more, and accumulate more, it's easy to forget just how critical health is to a fulfilling life. Imagine for a moment the typical life of someone in their 40s or 50s. They wake up early, rush through their morning routine, and spend the entire day working, often skipping meals or grabbing something unhealthy just to keep moving. By the time they get home, they're too tired to do anything except collapse in front of the TV or their phone. Maybe this sounds familiar. I knew someone like this, a man in his mid-50s who spent years building his career, working late nights and pushing himself hard. He was constantly thinking about his next big project, the next promotion, and how he could provide more for his family. He did all this while ignoring the warning signs his body was sending him. One day, after yet another late night of work, he looked in the mirror and barely recognized himself. His face was gaunt, his posture slouched, and the vibrant energy he once had was gone. That was his wake-up call. He began to question if sacrificing his health for financial gain was worth it. Was working those extra hours or skipping meals really going to make his life better? He realized something crucial: no amount of money is worth losing your health. One comment I came across online summed it up perfectly. Any money gained at the expense of health is not worth it in the long run. You see, we often take our health for granted when we're young, but as we age, it becomes clear that health is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, our quality of life diminishes, no matter how much money we have in the bank. Think about Jia Pinghua, a famous Chinese author. He spent years battling illness, suffering from hepatitis for nearly 20 years. His illness isolated him from the people he loved, even from his own family. Afraid of spreading the disease, he lived in self-imposed isolation. He couldn't even open doors with his hands. He used his feet. It wasn't until he began recovering that he realized how important his health truly was. From that point on, he prioritized his well-being over everything else. Let me ask you, are you prioritizing your health? If you are 70 or 80 years old, are you taking care of your body in ways that allow you to enjoy these golden years? What simple steps can you take today to nurture your well-being? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's have an honest conversation about how we can take better care of ourselves. Imagine your future self thanking you for the choices you make today. How do you want to feel in the years ahead? 2. The most precious cultivation. Serenity. Life can be unpredictable. We all experience moments of joy and moments of sorrow, But as we grow older, the secret to a truly fulfilling life lies in our ability to cultivate serenity, a sense of peace that is unshaken by the events happening around us. In this fast-paced world, it can feel like we're constantly chasing something, whether it's success, approval, or happiness. The pursuit can sometimes leave us feeling exhausted and unsatisfied. German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once said, "Life is a pendulum that swings between pain and boredom." Think about that for a moment. We often think that reaching our goals will bring us lasting happiness, but in reality, after the initial excitement fades, we're left with boredom, and then the cycle starts all over again. So how do we break free from this endless loop? The answer lies in cultivating inner peace, serenity. Let's take a lesson from a Zen master. He had a garden filled with beautiful flowers, some in full bloom and others withering as the seasons changed. One disciple admired the blooming flowers, while another preferred the withered ones. However, the master praised a third disciple who appreciated both the blooming and the withering. The master's wisdom was simple. To truly understand life, we must accept both its highs and lows. The beauty of life doesn't only exist in the happy moments, it's in the entire journey, even when things don't go the way we want. As we age, cultivating serenity becomes one of the most important gifts we can give ourselves. When we learn to embrace life as it is, without being overly attached to success or devastated by failure, we find a sense of peace that nothing external can take away. So, how can we cultivate this peace? One way is to practice gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Focus on the present moment, rather than worrying about the past or the future. Learn to let go of the things you can't control and find joy in the simple moments of life. Are you finding peace in your life today? What steps can you take to bring more serenity into your daily routine? Let me know in the comments below. Think about a moment of peace you've experienced recently. What did it feel like? How can you create more of those moments? 3. The most precious support: family ties. There's a saying that goes, at the end of the day, all we have is family. No matter how much success we achieve, no matter how many friends we make along the way, it is family that remains constant. They are the ones who stand by us when the world feels like it's falling apart. They are the ones who love us unconditionally, without expecting anything in return. Let me share a powerful story about the strength of family. Imagine a group of antelopes fleeing from hunters. They run until they reach the edge of a steep cliff. Faced with certain death, they come up with a plan. The older antelopes form pairs with the younger ones. The younger antelopes leap first, using the backs of the older ones as stepping stones to cross the chasm safely. The older antelopes, in turn, fall into the valley below, sacrificing themselves for the sake of their kin. This story is a powerful reminder of the selflessness that defines true family bonds. Family is about sacrifice, love, and standing together, even when times are tough. But family isn't just about the people you're related to by blood. It's about those who show up for you, who love you without conditions, and who support you even when things are hard. When you're surrounded by people who truly care about you, life's challenges become more bearable. Take, for example, a mother who was terminally ill. She kept her diagnosis a secret from her pregnant daughter for 3 years, hoping to shield her from the burden of knowing. During that time, her daughter struggled with raising a newborn, feeling abandoned and hurt by her mother's absence. Only in the final moments of her mother's life did she learn the truth. Her mother's love was so deep that she endured her illness in silence, knitting sweaters for her granddaughter during her travels, enough to last through her childhood. Family will always be there, whether you are rich or poor, successful or struggling. And in the end, their love is the greatest treasure we can hold on to. If you are 70 to 80 years old, reflect on your relationships with your loved ones. How can you show your appreciation for them? How has your family supported you throughout your life? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Remember a moment when your family stood by you, even when things were tough. How did that make you feel? The final treasure. What matters most? As we grow older, it becomes clear that the things we once thought were important, money, status, and possessions, don't matter as much as we thought. What truly matters are the treasures we carry within us, our health, our peace of mind, and the love of family. These are the things that sustain us, that give our lives meaning, and that we cannot replace once they're gone. So, take a moment to reflect on your life. Are you nurturing these precious treasures? Are you prioritizing your health, finding peace in the present, and appreciating the love and support of your family? If not, it's never too late to start. These three treasures, health, serenity, and family, aren't things we can buy or trade, but they are the gifts we can cultivate and hold close to our hearts. Life rich in health, peace, and love, the things that truly make life worthwhile. Continuing your journey with health, serenity, and family, as we reflect on these treasures, let's take a deeper look into how we can actively cultivate and maintain them in our everyday lives. These three pillars, health, serenity, and family, aren't just concepts to ponder. They are actionable goals we can strive for every day. If you've lived over 7 or 8 decades, you've undoubtedly learned that life's most valuable assets don't come with price tags. So how can we ensure that these treasures remain at the forefront as we age? If you're reading this and thinking, I wish I had prioritized these things earlier, let me assure you, it's never too late. Every day is an opportunity to embrace healthier choices, find peace in the present, and deepen your connections with loved ones. After all, no matter how far we've come on our journey, there's always room for growth and gratitude. Building and protecting your health. Let's start with health. By now we all understand that a healthy body is the foundation of a rich and fulfilling life. But the truth is, maintaining health as we age requires more effort than it did in our younger years. Our bodies change, our metabolism slows down, and we might not be as energetic as we once were. But that doesn't mean we should give up. In fact, it's in our later years that health becomes even more important. We want to remain active, mobile, and engaged in life for as long as possible. Whether you're 70, 80, or somewhere in between, your health can still improve if you commit to it. So, what can we do to protect our most valuable asset? Here are a few actionable steps that are simple but effective. Stay active. Regular movement is essential for keeping your muscles strong and your joints flexible. You don't need to run a marathon. Just daily walks or simple stretching exercises can do wonders. Movement not only improves physical health, but also boosts mental well-being. Eat well. Nourishing your body with healthy, whole foods is key. Focus on a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Remember, what you put into your body fuels everything you do. Prioritize rest. Quality sleep is more important than ever. A well-rested body is better equipped to fight illness and recover from daily stresses. Make sure you have a bedtime routine that promotes relaxation. Turn off screens, read a book, or practice deep breathing to wind down. Manage stress. Stress is a silent killer, especially as we get older. Chronic stress can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline. Learning to manage stress through mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking time for yourself can drastically improve your health. As we talk about health, I'd love to know, what steps are you currently taking to maintain or improve your health? Are there any areas where you feel you could do more? Share your insights with us in the comments. Picture your future self. What would they thank you for doing today to protect your health? It's never too late to start. Cultivating serenity in a chaotic world. Now let's talk about peace, serenity. It's something we all crave but often find elusive. With all the distractions and worries of the modern world, finding true inner peace can feel like chasing a mirage. But serenity isn't something that happens to us. It's something we can create within ourselves, no matter the circumstances. When you think about serenity, what comes to mind? Maybe it's sitting in a quiet garden, enjoying the beauty of nature. Or perhaps it's that moment of stillness when the house is quiet and you can simply breathe. These moments are precious, but true serenity is more than just occasional calm. It's a mindset, a way of navigating life with grace no matter what comes our way. How can we cultivate this serenity, especially in our later years? Practice gratitude. One of the simplest ways to find peace is to practice gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you're thankful for, no matter how small. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in our lives. Let go of control. As we age, we often face situations that are beyond our control, whether it's changes in our health, the loss of loved ones, or the inevitable passage of time. Serenity comes when we learn to let go of what we cannot control. Accepting life as it is without resistance brings peace. Simplify your life. Complexity breeds chaos. The more things we accumulate, whether material possessions, obligations, or emotional baggage, the harder it is to find peace. Take some time to simplify, let go of the things that no longer serve you, and focus on what truly matters. Find joy in the present moment. Peace lives in the now. Too often, we get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. But the present moment is where life happens. Take time each day to savor the simple joys, whether it's a cup of tea, a conversation with a loved one, or the beauty of a sunset. The older we get, the more we realize that peace is not something external. It's something we create within ourselves. Have you found moments of peace in your life recently? How do you cultivate serenity in your day-to-day life? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments. Imagine what life would feel like if you could let go of the worries that weigh you down. What would serenity look like for you? Strengthening the bonds of family is often described as life's greatest treasure. When we think back on our lives, it's not the accomplishments or possessions that come to mind, but the people who walked the journey with us. Whether they were by our side in times of joy or carried us through moments of hardship, family is what grounds us, gives us purpose, and fills our hearts. As we age, the relationships we've built become even more important. Family ties may change over time. Children grow up, grandchildren come into the picture, and roles shift. But the love and support we give and receive from our families remain constant. So, how can we ensure that these relationships continue to thrive? Nurture communication. Family relationships require care and attention, just like any other. As we get older, it's important to stay connected with the people we love. Pick up the phone, send a message, or make plans to visit. Regular communication strengthens bonds and reminds our loved ones that they matter. Offer forgiveness. No family is perfect. Over the years, misunderstandings and disagreements may have caused rifts, but holding on to grudges only brings pain. As we age, forgiveness becomes a powerful tool for healing. Let go of past hurts and focus on rebuilding relationships. Share your stories. One of the greatest gifts you can give your family is the gift of your stories. Share your experiences, your wisdom, and the lessons life has taught you. Whether it's stories of your youth, your challenges, or the values you hold dear, these stories will be cherished by future generations. Be present. Family isn't just about being there in times of crisis. It's about showing up in the everyday moments. Whether it's attending a grandchild's school event or simply sitting down for a meal together, being present in each other's lives strengthens the bond that holds families together. When we reflect on our lives, it's the love and support of family that we often treasure most. Have you taken time recently to show your appreciation for your family? What steps can you take to strengthen your family ties today? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Picture the moments of joy you've shared with your family. How can you create more of those precious memories? Embracing what truly matters. As we reach the later stages of life, it becomes clearer than ever that what truly matters is not material wealth or worldly success. The things we once thought were so important, money, status, possessions, begin to fade in significance. What remains are the treasures we carry within us, our health, our peace, and the love of our family. These treasures don't require fame or fortune. They don't depend on our achievements or the number of things we've accumulated. Instead, they are the things that sustain us through life's challenges and joys, the things that bring meaning and fulfillment to our days. So, what about you? Are you holding on to the things that truly matter? Are you nurturing your health, cultivating peace, and investing in your family relationships? If you are 70 to 80 years old, are you embracing the treasures that life has given you? Or are you still chasing the things that will fade away? Remember, it's never too late to refocus your life on what is most important. The choices you make today can shape the years to come. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If these reflections resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to the Goha Journey channel so that we can continue exploring life's most valuable lessons together. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What treasure are you prioritizing in your life right now? Is it your health, your serenity, or your family? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. These treasures, health, serenity, and family, are not just ideas. They are the very foundation of a life well lived, and they are available to each of us, no matter our age or circumstances. Here's to a life filled with health, peace, and love, the things that truly make life rich.